Hello and welcome back. Hope you all are doing good. I am doing okay. Got a bit of a sore throat, but that happens. We have just been completing all the harvesting on all the fields, and now it's time to do some field maintenance. Having the drone out so you get to see the beautiful landscape here in Tuscany. We are on our way to the shop to pick up some item that is needed. It's another leased piece of equipment. Um, sure, you can probably guess what it is. It's not like it's a huge secret. Um, but the farmers here doesn't really tend to their field too much in terms of um, some types of what do you call it, maintenance, as you can see on that field, for example. And since I just bought a new field that was already planted on, I needed to harvest it, which I did. And I do see a bunch of stones on the field. So I need to get rid of those so I can save not damage my equipment. That is mostly, or some of it is leased, not all of it though. So here we are. I like this one because it's big and it will make it go through the field very rapidly, which is what I prefer. There we go. And back to the farms we go. The other maintenance thing I need to do, I don't know if I need to do it, but I figure I should do it anyway, and that is weed protection. Um, so I will spray the field to to make sure weed doesn't grow. I'm doing this because it will make it easier next season when it's time for planting and such to not have to contend with the weed then. I might as well get rid of it now if I can. So that's the plan anyway. I'm just leasing this stone picker because it's only used very sporadically. And even though the extra cost of the initial leasing is somewhat high, it's I still at this point cannot what do you call it? Bum bum bum. You know the words. Uh, I cannot make it so that a purchase is a good idea. How about that? It's not the exact words I was looking for, but they're good enough, I guess. Lower it, and we start. See, do we get any stones here? No, we do not. Okay, it's what's as I suspected. I have to do something with the field first. I may have to cultivate it just to get them up a little bit more. So I guess I'll do that, but slightly later. Let's just spray the fields first. Well, I guess I don't need to spray that field if I'm gonna be cultivating it. So let's do that then. Here we go. Here we go. I've also been washing a lot of my equipment because when they get grimy and dirty and all that, they tend to degrade a little bit quicker. So this is a better thing. I hope I'm not completely stupid now, and I hope that this is actually is a cultivator. Down, activate it. Looks like it is. So I'll be doing this on this field because it needs to be done. There we go. And then I can remove the stones, and then possibly need to spray it anyway. But if not, that's great. Great. So how are you guys doing? Anything interesting happening? Um, I am doing quite well financially, so um, not enough to make a new purchase, but I'm hoping that by next harvest I will be able to make enough to maybe afford a new combine. Because they are always handy. Like I said before, it takes a bit of time to do the harvesting now because of the size of the combine. So when I get something that is bigger, to make it quicker, doesn't mean as many stops. But also, like I also said, I'm close to my silo, so it's not a huge deal. It's just more of an inconvenience, basically. Okay, we do it like this. Did I get the entire edge there? Or did I miss some of it? I missed some of it. No worries. Now let's go back and redo. There we go. So yes, a bit of a sore throat. It's nothing serious though. Just a bit of a cold, I guess. It happens at all times of the year. I think probably need to do like 2 headland passes here. Just to make sure I got enough space for doing the rows. And this exposes the stones nicely, so I can pick them up. little bit of chickiness there. Just making it... Well, as long as I get everything, I guess it's okay. Yes. Now this drone is super useful as well, allowing me to see what's happening as it's happening. Well worth the investment, I believe. Almost time to start looking at upgrades for my tractors, or getting a bigger tractor. T8 looks nice. I mean, I already have the T6 and the T7, so it's only a matter of time, I guess. Let's get this in position here. There we go. Very nice. Question is, was to plant on all of these. I have plenty of wheat and barley for my chickens, but I need to plant stuff to sell. And something that keeps coming back is soybeans. That maybe they will be worth it. I was also toying with the idea to turn one of this field into a grass field as well, and just have like a dedicated grass field for silage and one for feed for my sheep. But I don't think I need to do that. The grass grows so quickly that I can just alternate between making silage bales and not making silage bales. So maybe I do soybeans on all three here. All three fields. Have to go back a bit there. Missed that part. Maybe that's the idea. And every year change out the crop type. Because I definitely believe that I have enough wheat and barley for my chickens for a couple of years ahead. So I doubt I need to do that, but I could probably do like maybe on this field, which is the smallest of the fields, I could do a batch of wheat or barley, just in case. Struggling a bit here because there's a hill. There we go. It's an option, actually. I will be interesting to hear what you have to say, what you believe is the better option to do. I mean, want to be self-sufficient as much as possible and not having to rely on the work of other farmers to be able to survive a year. And I believe I have enough money at the bank. Well, yes, I have enough money at the moment to be able to make it a year without worry. My leasing costs are down. My income throughout the year is, it's not sporadic as such, but there are a few highlights of the year where certain items sell for more than usual, so I'm holding on to those items until that is the case. And I am making most of my profit on those side sales, since this year I did the chicken feed basically. So not much profit because I can't sell it. So I have to rely on the profit of selling the eggs, the sheep's milk, the wool, bales of various types. But yeah, it's no problem really. I can make it work. Ideally, of course, would also be to return the money that I borrowed from the bank, as I rather not be indebted to the bank. I will also lower my overhead, what I'm having to pay for, a monthly bills. So that's good, I think. Not sure if I would go into cows. I'm kind of limited in space at the moment now because of the other things that I'm doing. Sorry. But I can always get more land. When something is available, I can purchase it and sell it. People here are into wood as well, like wood knickknacks and furniture and all that, and there is plenty of trees around that would be. I could buy a plot of land with some trees, cut them down, see if I can make a profit off of that. That's like a whole new ball game when it comes to equipment that is needed. I mean, I do have a handheld chainsaw, but that doesn't do much. I would need something to oh, come on. What do you call it? Lift the bales. Because they are more profitable the longer they are. Well, up to a point, but still. Longer than the small chubby ones that I can carry. So, ideally, would be to get Ideally, we'll get the one that cuts the tree and then cut it into lengths. Get one of those things. That would be ideal, but those are super expensive, even to lease. I'm probably only be able to lease it for a couple of months, and then I'm out of cash. So I won't be doing that at this time, or even if or when I get into working with wood. Just get a cheap crane of sorts. Maybe something with a trailer attached. That way I can just get in there with a tractor, have a trailer with a crane, and then just load up the logs and then sell it to whatever wood place is paying for it. But I believe that I want my current farm to be more self-sustained before I do any other excursions and money-making schemes. I think that's a better option, to just focus on the farm at the moment. There we go. We got over the worst hump there, I think. Oh, there's still a little bit of a downslope over there. but I should be able to handle that as well. I've done through the worst already, so. This plot of grass is for sale, by the way. Just an FYI. I can also, in an emergency, cut the grass that's left on my farm. It's not much, but I may get a couple of bales out of it to feed my sheep if need to. But I think I'll do the next cut. I'll do a couple of extra bales just for grass to feed my sheep. It's very nice. You can see the stones clearly now. There we go. And this is the reason why I'm still leasing a blue machine behind my blue machine. A cultivator, that's the word. To expose the stones so I can pick them. I could invest in a stone crusher, get some lime out of this. Still have a little bit of a stack of gravel already on my farm from a previous field. I haven't been to that place over there, the stone mill or the quarry, to sell it. So I could purchase a stone breaker myself and just make some limestone. So I have it. Look into what the cost is of that, I guess. Okay. Let's make another fantastic turn over here. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Here we go. A few more passes and we're done with this. Ta-da! Then it's time to start picking stones, I believe. There we go. I think I will look into what it costs to get a stone crusher. I do believe it uses water as well, which I do have pulled into my farm. So, halfway there already. Just about finding a good spot for it. Something that is easy to access, but not in the way, as it's not that often that I'm going to use it. And you do use up a lot of lime on a field to get the farming values or the field values up to a standard that allows you to get more out of your crops. And, sustainable farming and all that. So I don't know what is a good spot on the farm. And also a question for you guys. Should I buy the fields around me that is doing grapes and olives? Sort of, get into that business as well? Maybe I should do that before I start looking into making wood and stuff, or maybe buying other fields. I just stay kind of a local farmer where I do my work in a very small area or within a kind of a confines of a certain radius from my farm. That could be interesting, I guess. I haven't really gone into winemaking or lemonade making, grapes and olives before, so could be fun. Try something new. As I've been looking at the equipment needed, I mean, the equipment needed isn't that high, or, I mean, yes, it's a lot of equipment that you need, but starting out, you only need, depending on what time of you're buying it, you only need something to pick the fruits of the wines, I guess. Um, I don't know if this needs to be pruned or anything like that, but we would need to rent a narrow tractor to go through there, which isn't too expensive, and then the harvester tool, and then the other tool. So just park this one here for now. As for my stone crusher, I guess back there where I keep those big tools, the combine and the trailers, or over here near my also wondrous mansion where I'm staying. Don't I think it's a loud piece of machinery, so don't really want to put it too close to the animals. Don't want to scare them. So yeah, it could be placed over there. Could be able to access it. I think access it from both sides. One place where you load it, and the other one where you load it with stone and water, and then you offload it with offload the lime, basically. Just buy some um, bags and start loading up them. Put them in my storage that I have. Here we go. Yes, we are collecting stones. So I'll be doing this. I will look into how much stone that I have, how much of that I can turn into lime, if it's worth the expenditures to get a stone crusher, and how much it would cost to, um, the bare minimum. Some of the equipment I need for those fields, the harvesting of the grapes and olives, I already have. I'm slipping a bit here. Sorry about that. But like the narrow tractor, I definitely need, and then the other equipment as well. Is this machine not strong enough to pull this one? Because of the way it's behaving, it seems like it may not be. Could also need I need a counterweight in front. Which is probably not a bad idea. Because I do a bit of slippage, which is not good. You can do it. There you go. It's mostly going uphill, so if I go sideways, it should be okay, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, I will continue doing this, and then you can go back to whatever it is that you wanted to do before, or what you were doing before. And I hope I see you next time when I hopefully put the matter of Stone Crusher or not to rest. Or not. We'll see. Or make a decision about those things. I cannot really afford it now, but again, leasing helps a lot. But I have to see about my sales throughout the year. It's also about what do I plan for the year. Um, I've been thinking soybeans because there is some profits to be made in that, but I will have to check for sure first. Anyway, I won't bore you with my thoughts anymore. I appreciate you stopping by. Now I'm gonna finish this off, and then I'm gonna have a cup of tea with some honey in it to soothe my throat. And I hope I see you next time. So until then, please do take care and have a great time. Bye bye.